All right, so today we will go over how to send a payment failure notification to yourself and to your clients automatically with Pabbly. So the way you have to do it is you select the app, Stripe, and then you select the trigger, the last one, payment failed, and then it will give you a webhook URL that you copy. Once you have copied it, you go into developers here. Obviously, for now, I'm in test mode. So you go in developers. And then once you are in developers, you go into webhooks. Then you click on add endpoint. And you enter the URL, the one of Pabbly that was given here. And then you add a description if you want. Pabbly payment failed. Then you pick the last API version. And then you select the event, which is written here. You just copy it, paste it, and then you click on add endpoint. Once this is done, you now have your webhook working for payment failed for Stripe. Then what you have to do, you have to add a new step. The step that you want to have is an API step. So you select API. And then once you've selected API, you want to use the action event get. The API endpoint is HTTPS API.stripe.com v1 invoices. Then you don't need an authentication, but you do need headers. So you have to select add headers. Then the label, you have to write authorization, and then you write bearer. And on the bearer, you have to post your, test token. So your test API key, you can reveal it here. You say select here, secret key, reveal, and then you can have a new one. And then you have to write bearer space and then your keys here. When this is done, you have to write content type, and then the value is application/JSON, and then the parameters that you want to check it, and then you want to label customer, and the value you have to select the customer. So in payment failed, you will have customer here, and then the label, the limit is 1. To get that information, the data object customer, once you do it, once you build your flow, what you want to do first, you want to go into your payments, create an invoice, click on the invoice. If you don't have any invoice created, you just go here, create the test invoice, and then you add your customer, and then you add your item. Once this is loading, you add your item, then the price, save, it's true, and then at the end you'll just save, and then review invoice, and blah blah. So I'm not going to do all the steps. You'll be able to figure it out easily. It's just a test. Actually, just created it, so great. I'll just delete the draft. I don't need it. I already have one. So yeah, so you go at the bottom one, like middle part of the page, then you have payment page, and you can open this link. Once it's open, what you want to do, what I search on Google, I search for Stripe Sandbox payment failed. but it basically brings me to the page docs, stripe.com docs testing. And what I looked into the credit card numbers for the sandbox is where is it? Here, this one, the one with 0341. It's basically attaching the card to the customer, and then it will fail to charge the customer. So with that card number, you just go here and then you replace it, and then once you go here, you'll go on recapture, yes, pay, and then it's gonna say failed, and then we're gonna be like, oh no, it failed. Here we go, and then it'll capture the information here, and that's when you'll have the information of your what I would call test subject to be able to build the flow properly afterwards. So you do want to do that again. You want to do that, make sure you are in test mode here in the top corner. And then once you have that, you pretty much have your, as you can see here, that object customer, and you have the customer ID here. So that's what you need here to send to the API of Stripe to get the customer information. Once this is done, this is where where all the whole magic will happen, because what will happen is that you will have received from the API data that is the customer data. So you will basically have the name of the customer, the email of the customer, based on the customer ID that you had sent, and you will have what you need for the email, the hosted URL, the hosted invoice URL, my bad, which is the payment link that you had here, if you remember. So that payment link is what you need, because you want to be able to send not just a notification to yourself and to your customer, but you want to be able to tell them, look, here's the invoice that have failed to be paid, and here's a link again if you don't have it. So yeah, and then you use SMTP by Pabbly, and then you use your you connect your email, and then you have your name, your email, and then the two. That's exactly where, if you remember in your API, we have the customer email. So you want to send it to your customer, then you want to say alert, payment failed. Then you can write a beautiful text. Here it's in HTML, it's an HTML body, so you have the BR, the break line for a new line. So it says hi, customer name, or hi test here in that case. Something went wrong. Then your card ending with the number, because again, beautifully, we have the card detail. I mean, you can actually search it, card last, and then you have it here. So that's what you want to say. You want to say like your card ending with these 4 digits didn't work. Then please contact your bank, and then once this is done, please use the link to make the payment. So then that's where the link is really useful. Then you have the href for the link, and then the preview of the link will be the link itself. So it will look like it. That's the first email that you send. Then the second email that you send is to yourself. So to your own email, and then a notification payment failure from, again, customer name hyphen invoice number, which is, if you remember here, this invoice number, that it will be here. So it will say this invoice from this customer failed. And then it's pretty much the same thing here. It just says, that the card ending of this customer ending with this number, these 4 digits, didn't work. So please ensure that they will contact their bank or credit card company. And then once this is done, if they need the link, here is the link for the payment. So that's kind of what it says overall. So we can make a test if you want. temp mail.org, and with that we'll be able to see the result of this is the credit card number. Apologies. So what we'll do, we'll actually just put a comma and add the new email. Copied. Paste. And then we will send a test request. Sorry, I should have prepared some elevator wedding music for you guys. Who knows how long it's gonna take? Let me just scroll down here. Full of ads. And yeah, all right. So let's just hit refresh. Hopefully it'll appear soon. Let's see. All right, so there was a little mistake here. I mean, it was not a mistake. That was actually my SMTP that I needed to reconnect and reconfigure. So apologies for that. It now worked and have been sent. The email have been sent to the temporary email. In the meanwhile, I'll just re-add the customer email. Here we go. And now we shall see the alert. And here we go. That's how the email looks like. I test blah 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 blah, and then the link is there. So this is it. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to help you out. And yeah, that's all, folks. You can now send your clients payment failure notifications with Stripe and have a beautiful email designed for it, so it looks professional and it looks clean and beautiful. All right, have a great day and take care. Bye.